All right, what is good? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great show for you guys on a abbreviated JOJO birthday. What is good to everyone, man? So excited to be back talking about video games and whatever else you guys want to talk about. Shout outs to everybody who's here, though. Appreciate you guys coming through on the earlier stream. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day because tomorrow I'm going to have the Pokemon. We're going to have a hybrid PE live Saturday chill / Pokemon Legends marathon-ish type thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow as well. So should be a lot of fun, man. But let's get into the shout outs though. Big love to Dior. He's always here. Shout outs to the homie Dior. Like always, appreciate you. Big love to Switch to Gaming. Contra 3, Clabby. What up, Clabby? Welcome to the stream. Says the negative videos already making their way onto my feed. The negative videos. What, people angry at Pokemon selling so well, or what? People mad? What's the negative videos for? It's just, like I said, it's just AI slop clickbait. So if I were you, I would just, if people make that stuff, first of all, here's the way that one thing that you know, like we talked about it, AI thumbnail. If someone got an AI thumbnail of like Mario being angry or mad, just click on the little thing. Don't recommend this video. Just go ahead and do that. That's the first step to knowing that it's a slop vid. If it's an AI Mario thumbnail or an angry Mario thumbnail, like if you see that consistently, then you just know that it's probably slop. If you see it consistently on the channel. What's up, Clabby, though? What's up, Jacob? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Rags? What's up, Wilberforce? Yeah, Miyamoto, any type of altered Miyamoto, angry, you know, whatever, like he's a devil horns and stuff like that. Usually when stuff that he ain't got nothing to do with, you already know that's a slop video too. So yeah. Shout outs to Justin with the $3 dono. Yo, let's go, Justin with the 3.
Hey, I don't know if you saw my post on X, but I pretty much figured out the hidden course shown at the Kirby Air Riders Direct.
I did not see your post on X. I gotta check that out though. You found out a hidden course though. Okay, that should be interesting to talk about. Let's go. Big love to Justin with the 3, and big love to Paul Gale with the $2. Says, let's kick this off with Bayonetta 2 music. All right. Bayonetta. Let's say, I don't know which one. Some of them are copyrighted for some reason, or there's weird stuff with them. Tomorrow's mine. That's gonna be, let me see here. Moon River? Alright, I think we can do Moon River. Shout outs to Paul Gale, shout outs to Justin with the donos coming in. Let's see if we can get a combo breaker. 60 combo breaker or 100 overclocks. So we can bust out the extra time, of course, and bust out the notifications. Let's go. Shout outs to Justin. You are the Hokage. And Stream Ninja, let's go. Anybody that's 3 or more, you can get my man Justin. Remember, if you drop a dono, put your music request, and I'll play a video game track that I can play. If I can play it, I'll play it. Let's go. So they're saying the game sucks and no one is playing it. They're saying that what, Pokemon Legends ZA sucks and nobody's playing it? Okay, that makes no sense. Yo, Clabby with the huge bomb. Yo, shout outs. Thank you so much. Clabby with the 99. My man said, yo, OJ, what's good, fam? Clabby, long time super elite ninja, part of the round table crew, the king of the Kongs as well. Yo, we out here. Clabby, let's go. Yo, let's go, man. Full stream today, guys. I'm going to try to do my best. I do have to leave a little bit early, so probably about an hour or so like that we usually do, but we're going to add the time on. We got the marathon stream, so anything that we don't get to today, I'm going to add on to tomorrow because it's going to start around 2 p.m. I had a post on my community page, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you check out my community page on the regular because I'm always having new updates on the community page, so if you guys have not seen it, make sure you check it out. You can go vote what your favorite starter Pokemon is, and also the giveaway announcements. So keep that in mind, guys. We do have the Pokemon Legends ZA / PE live stream tomorrow. So we're going to add some time onto that. Of course, anything that we do over today that we can't get to because I can only stream for like a couple hours or so, we're going to add on to this one as well. So shout outs to Clabby. Hope you guys can join me tomorrow and potentially win a copy of Pokemon Legends ZA as well. So thank you so much, Clabby, man. I appreciate that. We'll add that time on as well. Let's go. Let's get the overclocks, though. My man Clabby, limit break. You guys know the deal. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We out here today. Big love to Clabby. Made it to A rank online ZA. It's fun. Man, the online pisses me off. I've only won one of those. I did get to the K rank just so I can get my Greninja, whatever. But it's easy enough to rank up. I mean, you just gotta get kills. Like, you don't have to win every time. So, but yeah, it's annoying. But yeah, I got the K rank, got my Greninja Mega Stone thingy, and then I called it quits. So I was like, all right, I'm good. Shout outs to Clabby, man, though. Thank you for that. And also, JOJO Friday, so you guys know anything 10 and up, we hitting them with the JOJOs. Let's go. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Bust the sold action. Bust the sold. Big love to Clabby, man. Big love. Big, huge love. Of course, Hokage streaming as well. Clabby, if you want some music, let me know, man. Let me know, and I got you. I got you for music, too, Clabby. Let's see if we can get the platinum and a half today. 150 on the combo board. We are out there. Let's go. Shout out to my man Clabby. Wowzers. Yeah, I like to have opposing views, but people are being way too goofy. Yeah, people are being... It's for money now. It's not because they care. It's not because... It's really because of money now at this point. So, if I were you, I wouldn't even pay attention to it, man. Especially if they're saying nobody's playing ZA. That's just not even true. Like, it sold 6 million units, for those who don't know. In about 1 week, the game sold 6 million units, or 5.8 million, with about half of those on the Nintendo Switch 2. So a fantastic split for a system that has nowhere near the install base of the what's it called, of the Switch 1. So what does that tell you? A lot of people who are playing Pokemon are moving over to Switch 2. That gives you a pretty good indication that a lot of people are already moving over to Switch 2, which is a good thing because next year is going to be Gen 10. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be exclusive to Switch 2. So yeah, that's going to be super exclusive. And that's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. All right. If you guys have your questions, feel free to drop your questions at any point since we don't have the longest stream today. Drop your questions. Drop your thoughts. Drop your comments. More than happy to go over the stuff. For those who don't know, Pokemon Company announced that the Pokemon Legends ZA has sold 5.8 million units in the first week. I mean, it's not really like... kind of like a week, right? So it's like abbreviated, but they've got the data for about that. 5.8 million, not bad at all. But the biggest thing I think with this one is that most Pokemon games launch in the actual, like, right there in the thick of it for Black Friday or holiday. This is about a month before with the 16th. So the fact that it already put up the numbers of 5.8 million before the holiday, that shows me that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get it at holiday, or they got gift cards or whatever, because, you know, Pokemon has a high holiday threshold. Now, it does have long tail sales where, you know, you're going to be seeing Pokemon games in the top 100 eShop charts or the top 30 for a long time. But holidays are usually the time where Pokemon games really shine. And the fact that it's already sold, you know, nearly 6 million before the main, you know, Black Friday holiday period, that is a very good sign. I'm pretty sure that Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be the quintessential holiday game this year for Nintendo. I think that's going to sell the most, along with Mario Kart World, of course, Donkey Kong Bonanza. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon Legends Z8 is the actual best-selling holiday game for Nintendo. I'm pretty sure it will be, even though it's already sold 6 million units already. So yeah. Let's see here. A hater's going to say it's 5.8 million shipped, not sold. Well, they didn't, I mean, the Pokemon Company didn't say sold through or shipped. So, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but yeah. Grifters are seriously, unironically, with the straight face calling Legends ZA 5.8 million a flop. These people belong in a mental asylum. Oh, yeah, like, that's definitely a cope right there. 100% a cope. Anybody calling 5.8 million in 4 days, or even, like, let's just say 6 days, if you're calling that a flop, you're insane. so yeah. Let's see here, but the Grifter said sales were 40% less than Legends Arceus. Well, it was only like that in one region, and it was only physical sales. It wasn't digital sales combined. So And it was only like that in the UK. It wasn't like that anywhere else. So, yeah. That doesn't matter. Let's see here. I just started 3 houses in preparation for Fortune's Weave. Doing Golden Deer Hard Classic playthrough. Nice. Let's go, man. I like that. I like that. That's a great playthrough right there. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Let's see here. Besides Scarlet and Violet, most Pokemon Week sales are around 6 million, so ZA's in line with that. Yeah, ZA's right in line with that. So, I mean, it's gonna do well. So yeah, anybody that's trying to downplay it is just once again like angry or upset. Like 6 million in 1 week is fantastic. And especially if people are saying, oh, well, the game's bad. The fact that it did 6 million, you're talking about how bad the game is. That's the funny thing. People are like, oh, it flopped. It did. Dude, but you've been saying that the game was bad. So if the game was still bad and still sold that amount, I mean, what if they make a good game, you know? Wait a minute. Scarlet and Violet was also bad, too. That did way more, so... So at this point, it's just people talking. ZA is that good. Haven't binged the game in so long. Almost done with story. 40 hours on the clock. Yeah, ZA's pretty good. I've played I'm going on 30 hours. I'm probably about a little bit more than halfway done with the game. And I'm having a blast. I think it's an actual very fun game. I mean, it's not perfect, and that's fine. But it's not a bad game in my opinion. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's fun. Let's see here. I'm currently C rank in ZA. Game surprisingly fun. I had some doubts, but the game ended up being fun. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome, man. How you doing today? What's up, Daniel C? Yes, we got a brand new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment trailer, which we will watch today as well. We'll get to that, which it looks really good. Of course, better resolution, better frame rate, all that good stuff. So yeah. What's up, Pain Uchiha? Let's see here. Truth, it has an art style problem. I don't think it has an art style problem. Nah, I just think that obviously the graphics could have been better. If the windows were better graphics, then people would be like, oh, this game looks great. I don't think it has an art style problem though. Kevin with the $2, it says, what up, OJ? How are you? How are you happy? What's up, OJ? How are you happy? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing happy. I'm doing good. JoJo Friday, can I get a music from Astral Chain? Yes, you can. Astral Chain. Astral Chain. Big Love. Big Love. Oh wait, no, not this Astral Chain song. Maybe a different one. This one's gonna get me a copyright. Here we go. I bought Legends Arceus recently. First Pokemon game I'll play for the first time. Nice. It's a pretty good Pokemon game to start out with. Just don't expect that type of game with all of them, and you'll be good. You know, because that one has Legends Arceus has a very unique battle system. That's very different from every other Pokemon game in the series. So, shout outs to Kevin, man. Thank you for the $2 support, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your Astral Chain track. Hopefully, we get an update for Astral Chain on the Switch too. I think that'd be awesome. People complain about Pokemon should wait for Game Freak Beast of Reincarnation for PS5 when it releases. Those are two completely different games. People are just talking about that game because they're stupid, to be honest. But there's no point. Beast and Reincarnation, there's nothing to do with Pokemon. They're two completely different type of games. So, like, I don't know why people keep on bringing it up. Who cares if they're the same developer? It doesn't matter. Like, they're two completely different games. They're not the same. So one of them is a Souls, single player game where you don't have to worry about multiplayer, don't have to worry about balance, you don't have to worry about none of that. The other one is a freaking monster tamer. Completely different game. So it's just silly to me. Let's see here. And it wasn't marketing the game. Someone yesterday, the Griff continued now. Arceus did better. It wasn't the marketing the game. Someone said yesterday, Arceus did better. Like I said, Arceus did after the holiday season. We haven't even hit the holiday yet. So in my opinion, Pokemon Legends ZA actually is right on par, if not doing better, in my personal opinion, as someone who studied sales. If you do 6 million after the holiday, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good after the holiday. But your sales are probably going to be pretty steady throughout, right? Which that's how Pokemon Legends did. It did pretty good at the beginning, then it had steady sales all the way up until, it hit like, 14, 15 million. Pokemon Legends ZA did nearly the same, did 700,000 less before the holiday. So that means there's still going to be plenty of people that are going to get it in the holiday because you're going to have people that ask for it for Christmas or whatever the case is. So to me, it's pretty much, I think it actually outperformed in my personal opinion because it's before the holiday. So people are going to get gifts later than compared to after the holiday when it's pretty much, okay, just get the game where you're going to get it. And then, people aren't going to request it for Christmas 11 months later for Arceus. They're just gonna get it down, or they're just gonna get it whenever they got the money or whatever, right? So that's the difference between Pokemon Legends. That this one, it's actually a holiday game, so people have to wait for Christmas, or it's gonna be underneath the Christmas tree or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's the big difference to me. Let's see here. Shout outs to Chrono Rig with the $5 dono, and says, I don't agree with everything Colin Moriarty says, but seeing him destroy Grifter is always great. Yeah, I heard that I saw some clips on Twitter. I didn't have time to watch the full thing. But apparently, yeah, Colin Moriarty and Smash JT debated. So I did see some clips, and yeah, he kind of cooked him in the clips that I saw. But I gotta watch the full thing. Can you give me some excerpts? But I'll probably watch it tonight. I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, let's see here. General Zamora with the $2 dono. What's up, General Zamora? Thank you for the $5. Like I said, I know Smash JT. You know, I used to work with him, you know, back in the day for full transparency. He used to be a Nintendo content creator. He used to be like a gaming content creator. I've been on his streams before. He's been on mine, I think, before. Or we've been together on like Spawncast or something. So I used to work with him before the grift stuff that he started doing. So I don't see him as a bad person. I just see him as somebody who's obviously, you know, he's obviously more on the conservative side, which is fine. I don't want to talk politics here. But I think he found a way to tap into it and be what he always wanted to be, which was, you know, a highly viewed YouTuber. He always wanted to be that. So I think that his type of personality, like his mentality of drive that he has, and then on top of that, like he found an audience that identifies with the grift, you know, that leans into what he is, how he is, you know, off the camera. I think it was the perfect, you know, it came at the perfect time. So that's the reason why, you know, he's a grifter. I think that if he actually, you know, was successful enough doing the regular, which I wish he was, because I think he'd be completely different than what he is now. I mean, I don't think he's a bad person. We're still friendly. We're still on good terms. I don't agree with everything that he says, but I do think that it's a bit grifty. Like, his audience is like heavy on the grift. But you know, like I said, it is what it is. I don't think he's like a bad guy, like individually. I just think that, you know, I don't agree with a lot of stuff, and he doesn't agree with a lot of stuff that I say, but it's just mutual respect there. But yeah, I did hear that he got kind of cooked, you know, in the debate or discussions with Colin Moriarty. But I'll watch it myself, you know, but I don't have nothing really like crazy bad to say about Smash, you know. Like I said, I wish him luck. I wish him the best. Obviously, he's doing well. You know, he's got a big fan base now, so you know, I'm happy for him in that sense, because that's what he always wanted, you know. Shout outs to General Zamora. Thank you for the $2 donor. Says JoJo Friday play Brilliant Wings. All right, I got you, man. Brilliant Wings. Okay, hold up. Wings. Brilliant Wings. Shout outs. Thank you for the 2. Yo, we out here. 113 on the combo board. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Let's see if we're close, man. Oh, what are we? Only 30 something away from the combo breaker, from the platinum and a half. Let's go. Grip is saying Switch 2 not that powerful because this game coming out this year. I don't think somebody's a grifter if they're saying that the Switch 2 is not that powerful, but you don't have to worry about what they say. All you have to worry about is the games that are coming out, Mr. Davis. So when you see the games that are coming out, you can look at the games and make your own determination. You don't have to worry about what somebody else says about a system. Just look at the games, and then you can make your own determination. Let's see. All I was looking for was ZA was a game that ran stable and smooth. That was my problem with Scarlet and Violet. That was Florida Man. That was the real problem that most people were saying, but I knew that it was a farce. Because I saw so many people say it's not even just the graphics with Scarlet, but I saw people say it's the bugs, it's the glitches, it's the performance. And then I also saw the same people now say, even though all that stuff is fixed, now say it's still just as bad or terrible or the worst thing ever. So it was always about the graphics. It was always about that. So at least with some bigger people that are in the industry or whatever, or creators or whatever the case is. But yeah, for other people that just, you know, that they actually care about Pokemon and they think that it's good, that's what it was really about. It was the performance, it was the bugs, it was the glitches in Scarlet and Violet. That was the biggest problem. And now that that's been fixed, you know, ZA is still pretty good. But for the people who think it's, oh no, it's still, it was always about the graphics. And that was the biggest thing. Because people will be able to deal with bugs and glitches if their graphics are good. Look at The Witcher 3. And I don't care that they released in 2015. The Witcher 3 was buggy, glitchy, and ran like crap. And people said it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. People said it's the greatest game ever, highly rated, and that game ran it did not run good on console. And if you had a PC, a good enough PC, you can run it. But people were playing it on console and saying this game is the greatest thing ever. And it ran terrible. Like, it legitimately ran bad. and it had a tons of bugs and glitches, and it was game of the year on PS4. People played it on PS4 and felt it was game of the year. So there are people who just, once again, it's graphics for a lot of people, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna give Skyrim a pass on that. Well, yes, but because the thing with Skyrim is that that's the first HD era, and the systems in terms of the power and all that, like, it's a little bit different. Like, a lot of big AAA games ran bad, but PS4 and Xbox One, like that, you shouldn't have the game that ran like that and had that type of issues and get the pass that it got for the most part, So yeah. Let's see. It says ZA combat is fine, but and stable, but it's mid. I disagree. I think the combat's very good, and I can point to a number of things that make the combat very good in ZA. I mean, if you want me to go over them. Let's see here. Look at Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, Elden Ring's a little bit of a different case because it did run better on PS5 and Xbox Series. Like, it ran better than what what Witcher ran, but it still obviously wasn't ideal. But it wasn't like the worst thing ever, So yeah. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, J2 Blue? Welcome to the stream. Shoutouts, man. Since when does graphics determine whether a game is good or not? It's just a part of it, but no, it doesn't determine if the game is good or not. So yeah. The combat's very good, and I think Legends ZA, that's probably like the highlight of the game, is the combat. Let's see here. Minecraft's been selling for years. It seems the PowerPoint presentation and how clunky it plays. Listen, man, I'm not a Minecraft guy, so I can't really speak to that. I think there's more things, like when it comes like to the social aspect of Minecraft, that made it really good, and like the creativity. Witcher 3's gameplay didn't age well even back when it was of age. Witcher 3's gameplay didn't age. It didn't age well even back when it was the same age. In 2015, I played. I'm like, this game plays like dookie. The combat was even bad back then. So I tried it multiple times too. So yeah. Let's see here. The game is mid. I mean, the combat is good. No, I don't think the game's mid either. I think the game's fun. Like, the best thing about a game in terms of what makes a game good or not is the gameplay, is the combat. That's the most thing. So to me, if the combat's really good and the game's really, like, that means the game is good. Now, does it mean it's the best game ever? No. But does it mean it's mid? No. It's got other aspects that make the game better than mid, in my personal opinion. Obviously, music is very important to an RPG, so the music is incredible in the game. It runs really good. That's also important. The game runs sharp, looks good, and of course the combat is good. Those three aspects make it above mid, in my opinion, just right there. Now, are the graphics mid? Yes. Are they bad? Yeah, those are bad. But like, is the overall game, when it comes to everything, all aspects of the game, mid? Nah. A mid game is not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have good combat, you have good music, and you have a good amount of stuff to do in the game, to me, it's a solid game. Of course, with some flaws here and there, but it's not a mid game. A mid game usually doesn't play that great, or usually has like bad combat or something like that, But that's the main meat and potatoes of a game, is the combat. Of an RPG, what makes it good or not is going to be really based on the combat, or based, for some people, story. But you really got to have good combat for a game, for an RPG, for a combat heavy RPG to be good. You got to have good combat. That's what makes a game, like I said, puts a game together at the end of the day. So no, I wouldn't even say it's mid. But like I said, it's just my own personal opinion with Witcher 3. I know other people think it's really good. And I'm not trying to sit there and say that it doesn't deserve what it got. Like, the fact that it did so well, that's great. There's people that like it. Just me personally, I don't ever felt like the combat was very good in that game. Everything else is really good though. I mean, I think that the graphics are obviously good. The music is good for whatever the Witcher style music is. The story's pretty good too. Yeah, the story's good. So yeah. At what rank do you get the extra jump in ZA? I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. So yeah. I've seen reviews complain ZA not iterating on Arceus focus on catching Pokemon in the wild, even though ZA is more focused on battles. I mean, I think that with the Mabel's research, you still do capturing stuff. You know, when it comes down to that, like you still do that. It's just not the main focus, like main focus. But there's still aspects of that. The Hidden Air Riders course looks like it's a nice throwback to Superstar. Okay, nice. Let's go. Yeah, and like that's probably a spoiler too, Carlos, for some people. So yeah, that's probably a spoiler. So you just probably want to look that up, my man. As what's it called? As Dane says here in the chat. He's talking about Roto Glide. Yeah, just look that up, Carlos. There's no need to ask it here in his live stream. Just look that up because some people probably are still playing and want to figure it out themselves. So just go ahead and look that one up, man. Just no, just use Google search. Like that's all you gotta do, Carlos. This is not 1950 or 19. You don't gotta go door by door knocking on doors asking. Just use Google search and you'll find your answer in like 5 seconds. Just use Google search. That's all you got to do. If you want to know, just use Google, my man. Just use Google. Rags with the $1.99 and says ZA will be my first game. Any tips? No tips. Just have fun. No tips. Just have fun. Thank you for the $1.99, my man. I appreciate that, Rags. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Age of Imprisonment looks good. Running so smoothly. Yes, it does. Yes, it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. What's up, Dawson? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Shout outs to Dawson. Shout outs to Epic Globster. So yeah. I feel like myself really like the aspect of Arceus and hope ZA would iterate. Okay, iterate on the catching thing. Yeah, I get that, man. Like each Pokemon game is different. They're not all gonna have, you know, the same aspects or same things to them. So I get how some people really like the catching aspect of it. I'm like split on that. And the reason why I'm split is like I don't like sitting there and capturing the same amount of Pokemon over and over and over. Like I don't like Pokemon Go or like Pokemon Let's Go. I don't like having to capture the same Pokemon over and over or just sitting there and just capturing Pokemon all day. Like don't get me wrong, like it's fun to capture and do stuff like that, but I'm kind of more of a combat guy. So I like the fact that they actually took the time to iterate on the combat. There's still some aspects of the capturing stuff in there with Mabel's research, but I'm actually glad that it wasn't like Survey Corps. I gotta report in, and I'm actually happy that they didn't focus on that. I'm glad that they focused on actually adapting it to a better action RPG, making the boss battles better, because Pokemon Legends boss battles, you know, I mean, you're throwing bags at a big monster, and then you end up battling it normal. Whereas now we have like the mega evolutions, like so like they focus on the aspects of actually making the combat way better, more so than just simply throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon over and over, right? And like reporting. So once again, I get why some people like that, but in my opinion, like I think the focus of being like mega evolutions and fighting better boss battles and stuff was probably a better focus than sitting there and capturing Pokemon over and over, especially if you're gonna do it in a city where you have wild zones and not just completely open-ended areas. I don't think the aspect of iterating on the capturing is probably a good idea in that sense, like I said. But if they were making like a straight up dead-on sequel to Pokemon Legends Arceus, then I think that, yeah, you hone in more on that capturing aspect. But I think that since it's like a battle club, right, they're doing more about battles, there's online, there's like multiplayer battles, I think the focus was shifted over to that. Which, once again, you don't have to like that. I'm just saying that I'm glad that they actually didn't necessarily go in that direction of reporting and capturing over and over Pokemon. Like I said, it's cool, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. But yeah, I get it though. I get it. Let's see here. All that chat about ZA positive or negative makes me try the game and see it on my own. What it's all about. I would say try it, man. I think it's fun, dude. It's a fun game. You know, taking a chance with the cool down system with turn-based attack is kind of cool. Gives it accurate data on the implement both Arceus and ZA core into a follow-up. Yeah, we'll see what they do with the next one. Apparently, there's going to be another Legends game, so we'll see what they do with the next one. You know. Arceus battling and boss battles sucked. Well, Arceus's battling was great. Boss battles were okay. Like, it was fun to just see them try something different. Now, obviously, if you compare the boss battles to Pokemon Legends ZA, they're clearly not as good. But there's things in Arceus that are not as that are better than in Pokemon Legends ZA because of the focus of the games, right? But yeah, like the battling's great. I love the speed style, agile style. Remember, Pokemon Legends Arceus, that's the first place where we got alpha Pokemon. You know, that's the first place where we got, like, you know, you can do multiple turns, right? So that, and you can move around with your trainer. That's the first one that we can do all that in a main Pokemon game, right? Not a spin-off. So Arceus actually set the road for what they did in ZA. Now, ZA, obviously they had to completely overhaul the battle system because it's not turn-based. But they were able to do some pretty interesting things, in my opinion. Can't wait for Metroid 4, but fans are rivaling Crossworld fans for me. I know, seriously, bro. Tell me about it. Big love to Rags, though, man. Yeah, no tips, bro. Just enjoy the game. Try it out. Enjoy the game, you know? So yeah, man. Let's see here. This Arceus is a catching game. ZA is a battling game. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of battling in Arceus as well. There's a lot of battling, too. They took some steps to make it pretty fun to battle. Like I said, agile style, speed style is pretty dope. I like that. There's some really cool innovations. But yeah, you're right. I mean, ZA's focus is definitely more on battling. I mean, it has online multiplayer, so I mean, and they had to try to balance all that, which, oh my gosh, that battle royale multiplayer, it's like, let me just wait around who gets cooked and let me try to just steal a kill. That's all it is. It's just stealing each other's kills or stealing a kill. So yeah. Let's see here. Couldn't finish Arceus. You should go back and finish it. It's actually a really good game. Okay, but someone can tell me boss battles are better than Arceus. I saw trailers and used to just sit and close the arena. Pokemon doesn't have any interesting moveset. They just summon thing. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, Felipe. Not an interesting moveset. They just a summon thing. That doesn't even make sense. There's a bunch of different movesets in the game. And like I said, yeah, you actually battle. Depending on how strong your Pokemon are, that Mega Rogue Pokemon, they do like all sorts of different, like... Have you played the game, Felipe? How about that? Let me just ask. Have you played the game? I'm not even going to sit there and like, have you, like, where are you at in the game? Like, where are you at in the game and how much have you played it? How about that? I'll start with that. Because I think you're trolling. So I don't think you've even played. This is not speed and power system was great. Also like boss battles because you engage the bosses as humans and then set them out. Yeah, but like there's not much that you do as a human though. Like all you do is you throw bags at them. You see what I'm saying, Dawson? So it's like I said, it's cool, but you're literally just throwing bags at them. Like, you know, like you don't have any weapons, or it's not like it's Power World. It's like you got a gun and you can hit, like you just throw bags at them until they're like till their energy goes down, and then let me just start the real Pokemon battle, and then it's like you actually bring out the Pokemon, but all you do is throw bags at them. So it's like, you know, I get what you're saying. Like it's cool to like be able to dodge around and move. Like I like that aspect of it. But Pokemon Legends ZA actually has a way better formula of that, because remember, in ZA, which I think you know this, you can get hit with Pokemon attacks too. You can black out if you get hit too much, right? So in ZA, they actually combine that aspect of, hey, I gotta dodge the attacks too. I can't let attacks hit me. Plus, I still gotta attack back. Arceus, I mean, you dodge the attacks, but you don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like your Pokemon in the boss battles, your Pokemon isn't out yet. You gotta wait till you bag them to death. And then once you bag them up, and then you bring out the Pokemon. But it doesn't really matter. And then also, in Arceus, it doesn't really matter once your Pokemon is out. You can move around, but the Pokemon attacks can't hit you. Nothing can happen. You know, so it's, like I said, it's an incomplete when it comes to, like, the movement of, like, the Pokemon trainer and all that. With ZA, like, where you are positioned is far more important when it comes down to it. Far more important. Like I said, it's kind of, like I said, a little bit of a half step, and then ZA kind of takes, like, the full step. You know, but it's good for it was good for a first step, because before you never even saw your trainer. They would just be sitting in the back while your Pokemon was out there. So yeah. Let's see here. No, I'm asking you if you've played. If you haven't played them, Felipe, then I don't have anything to say if you haven't played, because you're just making up stuff. So yeah. Let's see, Power ripped off Arc more than Pokemon. I mean, once again, like a lot of games draw from inspiration from other games, but like the basic palette for Pokemon, or sorry, palette for Power World was definitely Pokemon. I mean, yeah, they did other, you know, things. They did stuff. It's a survival game, so it's definitely like Ark, like you're saying. But the palette, I mean, they're using Pokeballs. They call them spheres. Like the art style is trying to simulate Pokemon a bit more on the cutesy style. Obviously, Ark with the guns and other things, survival aspects, base building, you know, things like that. But the palette was definitely Pokemon, for sure. Do I think ZA has longevity? I mean, it'll have some longevity because it's going to have DLC, and it has online multiplayer. So it'll probably have more longevity than Pokemon Legends Arceus did. I think this one will get me a I'm not sure if this will get me a copyright or not. I'm not 100% sure. It might not. We'll leave it. Let's see here. I don't know if the boss... Well, no, I'm not gonna talk about that because I explained the bosses and all that, and you went with the question of, well, it's just this compared to Arceus, so I'm not explaining it. Play the game yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you because all you're gonna do is argue everything that I say. You're just gonna argue it. You're just gonna troll and argue it back. So I'm not gonna do that. Just go play it yourself, or just think whatever you want. I'm not going back and forth with you today because you haven't played it and you clearly haven't watched it. So, but yet you're trying to make devil's advocate, you know. So nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing that today. So yeah. Let's see. The one thing I would say I prefer Arceus is the open zones and much variety, different stuff to see. It's like I agree and then I don't agree with that. I agree with seeing different stuff, but the setup once again is very constrained. It's cool to see different things, but the graphics are pretty not great in Legends Arceus. So it's great, but then it's like same time it's like we got Breath of the Wild, we got Tears of the Kingdom. So while we do have some good stuff to see, it's not it's not like heavily populated. There's barely any humans. It's just like, it's kind of meh. And then on top of that, there's loading zones, and every time you have to stop and report, then go back to the village, all broken up by loading zones. So while it's good to have different biomes, the fact that you can't access any of those at any point without a loading screen, without reporting, without having a screen come up, without having to go to Jubilife Village, then having to set back out, it completely breaks some of the immersion. So I think that ZA flows a little bit better because there are loading times, but whenever you start a mission or whenever you maybe if you fast travel, but they're lightning fast on Switch 2, and you can travel anywhere in the open-ended areas without having a loading screen. So while I agree, it's great to have those different areas, how segmented and broken up it is makes it sometimes a chore to explore. If that, I didn't mean to rhyme, but it makes it a chore to explore sometimes, which I said that in my review of Pokemon Legends ZA, is that like the loading screens and like not being able to access any of the biomes at any point kind of make it a little bit like, oh, okay, you know. So yeah, the loading times, and like I said, you can't, it's not even like you can like say, oh, I'm gonna go from one biome to another and then capture a bunch of Pokemon, then go report it in. It's like, no, you want to go to a different biome, like I think you got to go back, you got to report, and then you got to head out to the next one. So it's a screen, loading in the village, going back out, picking where you're gonna go, loading again into it, you know. So it's just like, to me, that's what broke some of the immersion, because in Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and most open-ended games, you can just access anywhere and not have to be hit with loading screens all the time, like somewhat long loading screens, not short, not like it's the longest, but they're not super short either. They're not like, oh, a couple seconds, you know. So yeah, that's the problem. So it just makes the exploration more of a chore. That's why I wish that they do a Switch 2 version. If they do a Switch 2 version with or like an update, they can fast track those loading times, and it'll be way more fun to explore if you're not getting cooked by loading times every time, you know? Let's see here. I heard 2 videos said Pokemon is in big trouble, basically a flop. Yeah, Pokemon Company wouldn't announce the sales numbers if they thought that it was a flop. So yeah. Sometimes there's a lot happening in battles in ZA. The combat system could really benefit from slow motion feature button. It would make the fights more fun and strategic. No. No, I mean, I hate to say it, Hoodie Jones, but that's a skill issue with you right there. I mean, the last thing that we need in Pokemon in a competitive game is for you to be doing slow-mo or bullet time in a Pokemon, or in like a, what's it called? in a slow-mo feature. Like that makes no sense. Now if it's I can understand what you're saying, maybe if it was like just purely a single player game, but the fact that it's a multiplayer game as well, you don't want to build bad habits. And I think that maybe they probably looked into that, but it's a multiplayer game too, and you're not going to be able to slow-mo and use bullet time for that. So yeah. I mean, like I said, Nintendo's a full-on grifter at this point. If he's saying that Pokemon Legends ZA didn't sell well, or didn't do well, or the Switch 2 didn't do well, I mean, it's a full-on grift at this point. I mean, I think I've been saying that. People said I'm just hating on him getting views. Clearly, it's a full-on grift. Pokemon Company would not announce, hey, we sold 6 million. They didn't have to announce that they sold 6 million in a week. They didn't have to say anything. They could have waited till after the holiday and it sells like 10 million. Say, oh, we sold like 10 million plus. So the fact that they sold 6 million and that much, and they probably see that sales are still continuing to go up, as it's still the #1 game on both eShops, and it's still going to be the #1 game in Japan, and it's probably still, and it's the #1 game on Amazon and everything. So Pokemon Company's probably thinking, yo, this is actually pretty good. This is not a bad result. But it's a full-on grift, obviously, at this point. But yes, he need Hoodie Jones. Like, I see what you're trying to say, but you definitely need to get good. I mean, it's a little bit more of a get good situation, because once again, the online play and the single player have to be somewhat in line. If you do a competitive game, you can't make certain aspects of it. Oh, well, you get bullet time and slow-mo and single player, but then in multiplayer, you don't get that. That's going to get you reliant on slow-mo. So I think that's the problem there. So I get what you're saying. It can get kind of hectic, but I don't agree about dumbing it down or bullet timing or slow-mowing because you can't keep up. But that's something that you just got to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to be mean or trying to like roast you, but it's called like, you know, skill gap. So just get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn, practice. These are the things that you should do. Like, position yourself better. You know, get better moves. You know, whatever you need to do. But yeah, just slowing down things because you can't keep up. That's a skill problem. You know what I'm saying, homie? Skill problem. Dane Gonzalez with the $3 dono says, okay, it's gonna read it.
Friday. Hope you're having a good one. The Halo 1 remake trailer just dropped on Ein's channel. Do you mind reacting to it?
The Halo 1 remake just dropped on IGN's channel. Mind reacting to it? Yeah, I'll take a look. Give me a second. Halo 1 remake, IGN. Thank you for the $3, Mr. Dane Gonzalez. We'll take a look. I think this is the second time that they've remade this game, right? Or is it the third time that they've remade this game? Oh, it looks nice, too.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo. They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
Just keep on remaking it, man. That's all you gotta keep doing. Just remake it.
We're on our way.
Looks good, though. I'll probably check it out. This is the legendary beach level from the first level.
Real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Rock and roll, rock and roll.
Give them hell, Chief.
There you go. Halo. Coming to everything. Probably come to Switch 2 later as well. So, there you go. There's Halo. There's Halo. Shout outs. Looks great. I'm pretty sure it'll have multiplayer. Did they say when it's coming though? Let me see. Is it coming next? I'm guessing it's coming next year. Let's see here. Never thought I'd see the day Halo Switch 2. It'll probably be Switch 2 later. Microsoft, they've been getting their Switch 2 games going for 2026 and beyond. So we got Fallout. We got, what was it? Indiana Jones next year. So I'm pretty sure at some point it'll come out Switch 2 later. So yeah. I mean, of course it's coming to Microsoft already stated that they're doing multi-platform. I don't know why people are surprised that like Microsoft, it's like, oh, what, PS5? Like, we all know that it's coming. Like, they're doing multi-platform, guys. Like, it's been very people are like, acting like Scooby-Doo. What? We know Microsoft is multi-platform. They've been doing multi-platform games for a while now, guys. We know this. Like, so yeah. Let's see here. No, I mean, they're not gonna have a Switch 2 version at launch. They've probably been making this for a while. We saw with Indiana Jones. We saw with Fallout. They're gonna have stuff a little bit later because Switch 2 is a newer platform. This has probably been in development for a hot minute. They didn't just snap their fingers and all of a sudden Halo appeared out of nowhere. So development kits, when it comes down to it, for Microsoft's games at least, definitely you're gonna see a lot more of their stuff in probably after Xbox and PlayStation until they get kind of caught up. Like I said, we saw with Fallout. We saw with Fallout 4 is finally coming over after how long? Indiana Jones is finally coming after how long? So I'm pretty sure there'll be more Xbox Microsoft games in the future. I think it's pretty obvious. It's only the campaign. Well, there you go. That even probably makes it even more of a thing. But yeah, I'll probably come over to Switch 2 at some point, or they'll probably announce that at a Nintendo Direct or something like that. I'm not gonna sit here and go on a Switch 2 tirade like some of y'all be doing. Y'all, if they don't show it, you guys be like, ah! Some of y'all be going on Switch 2 tirades. Just calm down, relax. They'll eventually get it over. I remember people were like, no Indiana Jones for Switch 2! And then they announced that, oh, well, I didn't know. It's like, oh, Lord have mercy, guys. Microsoft, they're multi-platform. They'll probably eventually get everything multi-platform, but, I mean, like I said, with Microsoft, man, I'm conflicted with Microsoft. Like, I really am conflicted with Microsoft because it's like, while this is great that they want to do multi-platform and all that, that's not the Microsoft I grew up with. Like, part of this, like, excuse me if I feel kind of like, you guys ever notice on any Microsoft game that gets announced, whether it's Nintendo or PlayStation, like, you ever notice I don't feel any type of way about it? And you know why I don't feel any type of way about it? Because I'm competitive. Because, like, I like to have exclusives. Like, I grew up in console war. I grew up in like, oh, we got to have this. Like, I didn't grow up with this, So yeah, I'm a stubborn old dog and whatever. And that's, but it doesn't sit right with me. It really doesn't sit right with me. And once again, I grew up when Microsoft first started going with Halo. I mean, I was already old. We bought Xboxes, the OG Xbox. We got TVs. We were playing Halo. Like, you get an Xbox for Halo. That's what you get it for. So for me, and I get it, not everybody has money like that, but we didn't have money like that either. You gotta work. It's like, you gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta like, I get it if you're in a different country, money's scarce and stuff, but it was, back then it was like, oh, we go work at McDonald's, we'll go work side jobs, like, you gotta earn that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play, I don't know, like, I like the hard route, bro. Like, I like doing things the hard way when it comes to, when you get your stuff. Like, it feels more rewarding. It just being on everything, it's just not, I don't know, man. I feel some type of way about it. I don't know. I feel conflicted, man. I feel conflicted. I feel very, very, very conflicted on this one. Cause like I said, I was fine, man. I bought my original OG Xbox. I bought I bought all sorts of stuff. So yeah. Oh my God. Nintendine is a fraud. Oh my God, yo. Mr. T just called out Nintendine. I called him out first. I'm gonna watch this video later though. He puts him in a corporate suit saying that he's a liar. I mean, the fact that Mr. T's called me out too, so maybe I'm a fraud as well. But the fact that Mr. T's actually calling out Nintendine on this one, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'll watch it later. But yeah, Nintendine is a fraud though. Like, the fact that Mr. T's doing it, Mr. T's old school content creator, I used to work with him. He doesn't go after people like that. He's not a drama tuber. He doesn't go after people. But the fact that he felt the need to drop a 47-minute video calling Nintendine a fraud, I think everyone's seen it now at this point. This guy's just doing it for money. It's a grift. I mean, I was trying to tell people that. People said, oh, you're just hating on views. And I'm like, all right. But now you're starting to have smaller content creators. Other people call him out. He's skimming. He's scamming you guys. He's scamming y'all. He's scamming y'all, bruh. He's scamming you guys. And Mr. T knows it. He knows it. Anybody that's a real one knows it. Mr. T been around in the Nintendo community though since before the Wii U. So we all see it. We all see it. Dane with the $2 dono says, thanks for reacting to it. I could see the pain in your soul watching it. Feel the same way. Announcements like this are not exciting for me either. Also, cheers to 120 on the cover board. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Like, it's... Like, I get it, and I understand, like, it's cool for PlayStation owners and maybe Nintendo owners for Halo or for Indiana Jones or for whatever, but it's like, I'm conflicted. I'm not conflicted when it's like Bethesda, it's like not as bad, right? Like, Fallout, it's not as bad. It's like, it's a little bit more exciting. Like, when Microsoft, like, poached developers, that's like, has no business being first party, but it is, you know? I still look at them as third party, even though they're not, like Bethesda, even when Microsoft bought them. But like stuff like Halo, that's like the core thing of what made Xbox. When you have stuff like that, that's you know, multi-plat now, I mean, that's just kind of like where I'm like, I don't know, man. That one I feel like it kind of sucked the soul right out of my body with that one, just because I don't know, man. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see here. The man called Super Mario Galaxy terrible Mario game. What a joke. Let's see here. Nintendo keeps it real. If let me say something right now. Let me tell you something right now. Sell out. Anybody who keeps it real wouldn't run from a man-to-man debate. Let's keep it real here. What man do you know runs from simply talking about video games to someone else because they're so scared of somebody exposing their lies? That is not keeping it real. That is not keeping it real. And anybody believes that somebody who's not man enough to talk to somebody man to man clearly was not raised by a man. Clearly was not raised by a man that gave you good values. Let's just keep that real. Clearly was not. You can't be sitting there talking about keeping it real, but too scared to debate your ideals or what you feel, even if they're wrong, with someone else. Or to discuss things. He won't even discuss things with other people. That's not what's called keeping it real. That's called scamming. That's called selling out. That's called scamming. If you really believe in what you believe in, you should have no problem debating, talking with someone else, discussing those aspects. Why are you going to run from anybody that's just wanting to talk to you about what you're saying? That's not called keeping it real. That's called being a fraud. Like, let's just be real here, sellout. That's called being a fraud. But in today's day of the internet, right, where guys like you will give guys like him views and sit there in an echo chamber, I can understand why you guys think it's keeping it real. Because y'all the same people. When if somebody says something in your face, you got nothing to say. But when you go away, you be talking. You're the same type of guys that are raised that way. With not real men raising y'all. So just, that's my opinion. Because I've seen guys like you. Because I've been around some guys like you that be like that. That's not called keeping it real. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Let's see, people attacking Pokemon as low quality aren't thinking the main Pokemon games always handheld and never had budget for Mario and Zelda. Game Freak is exactly top tier. Well, we'll see with this next game coming up. Expect the Hustle just came out and said he was grifting and fake concerned fan, act as corny. He's not gonna say that he's grifting, because then it's gonna give up his grift. Why would he do that? Just like he's not gonna debate someone or talk to someone who knows that he's grifting, that's smarter than him. You know what I'm saying? That can expose what he's saying as BS. Why would you do that? That's giving up your money. You know, like I said, that's why I said I respect Smash JT. I respect Smash JT way more than some of these Nintendo grifters. Smash JT will talk to you man to man for the most part. He talked to Colin Moriarty. So that's why I said, okay, like I might not agree with every single grifter, but at least some of these boys will flat out come out and say, okay, we're going to talk man to man. I respect that. You want to have your beliefs? That's cool. Have your beliefs. But at least be man enough to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we disagree. If you run from every single thing, that's not keeping it real. That's not being a man. That's being a chump. So I can respect some grifters because at least they're willing to just talk to you. You know? But guys that are too scared, that run away from talking about video games, not even talking about serious stuff, not even talking about stuff that's important. You know what I'm saying? Talking about video games. Come on now, man. Let's just be real here. Let's just be real here. Come on now. It's a grip for money. Sell out. And like I said, he making money off really stupid people that sit there and watch him and actually believe the stuff that he says, which I don't think it's everybody, obviously, but the algorithm carries it. But like I said, congrats to him, man, for real. Congrats on the grift. Because like now that we're seeing though, even when something's very successful and sells a lot and blows out everything else, 200,000 units, he still got something bad to say. Come on now, man. It's a grift. That ain't called keeping it real. Absolutely, Pokemon Game Freak can do better, but that doesn't mean that it flopped and it failed and it did terrible. No, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that at all, though. Let's see. I don't know how Smash JT was, but he got embarrassed by Colin. I mean, I saw some stuff that he definitely got kind of cooked a little bit by Colin. But I respect that more than I respect Nintendo. You know.
I looked back at some of my Air Riders predictions and almost all came true one way or another.
Yeah.
Also, did you see Outlaw has an eShop demo?
I did see Outlaws has an eShop demo, which is pretty good because it's a pretty good port. I mean, it got an update as well, too. But yeah, Justin, you were kind of spot on with a lot of stuff when it comes to your predictions. So I got to give you a tip of the hat, kudos, because Justin, you did pretty good, man. You did pretty good. I got to keep it a buck. You did pretty good. Yo, Combo Breaks, 123 on the board. Yo, let's go. Combo boys, thank you guys so much for your support today. I appreciate that. Almost, 25, 27 combos away from the 150. Let's go. 150 combos. I'm just laughing at this point when it comes to people grift. Oh, yeah, it's just funny. To me, it's just funny. Like I said, it ain't nothing serious. It's just video games, so it ain't nothing serious. But I think it's so on display now, and I think people are starting to see that it's okay. We get what it is. Like, we know what it is now. Like, now you're talking about how Pokemon didn't do, like, you're talking about that. You're grifting on Pokemon. You're talking about how 200,000 units was bad. Like, come on now. Like, preemptive damage control on your I mean, like, let's be real here. Let's be real here. Like, this is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous. I don't care if you don't have to like the game or not, but the sales were good. The sales were good. The system sold really good in Japan. It sold 201,000 units. That is the biggest jump for a Pokemon game in the Switch 1 or Switch 2 era that I can see. Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Legends Arceus, out of all of them, out of all the games in the Switch 1, Switch 2 era, the biggest jump in console sales the week of Pokemon's release was Pokemon Legends ZA. That's a fact. That is a 100% fact. Now, real quick, let me look up Pokemon. Give me 1 second. Let me look up Pokemon Let's Go. All the other games, yes, I looked those up. I actually did it in my video. I showed it, but let me look up Pokemon Let's Go. Give me 1 second. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Let's just say, was that Media Create back then? So yeah. And that's fine. We already know, like, you're not Final Flash. You're not saying anything that we haven't already said multiple times. You're not saying anything. We know already. They already, look at the leaks. They're doing a new Pokemon engine. The next Pokemon game is going to have better graphics. But you're not saying anything that's not already known. Like, the funniest thing about people is that they come to streams and they say, they need to have better. We know. We've all said the same thing. We know. Like, you're repeating. It's like saying people need to breathe air. We all know. Look at the leaks. The leaks have the new Pokemon Engine X or whatever. The next one's going to have better graphics. So we know already. Like, you're not saying anything special. We've already said that. Every review says it. We already know that. Like, that ain't anything new. Like, you're just saying the same thing everybody else says. Like, so I feel you, brother. I know you want to get your opinion out, but that's like not anything special. Like, we know. Like, we know. All right, let's see here. Let me see. Pokemon Let's Go. Second place. All right. I don't think it's talked about this. Okay, yeah. 120,000 units. So yeah, when Pokemon Let's Go released, the Switch 1 sold 120,000 units, and that was in November. That was in the heart of the holiday. Switch 2 did 200,000, and I think that Pokemon Let's Go is a better comparison because they both released more earlier in the lifespan of the system. Obviously, Pokemon, well, it depends on the system that you're talking about. Obviously, it was late in the Switch 1 lifespan, and it's early in the Switch 2 lifespan, but just relatively speaking, there was new hardware out. With Pokemon Let's Go, it was a year later. So it was about a year and a half later. So that's a better comparison than I think some of the other games. So yeah, that's the biggest jump for hardware that we've ever seen in the Switch era with a Pokemon game that releases, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Look at Digimon Time Stranger, but they don't mention that the latest Digimon game is having stutter and lagging issues. I think that's the problem, Curry, Rice, and Beans, is that sometimes people are so angry at one thing, they don't see the other things, the other issues. But yeah, the game does run at 30. The game does have some frame pacing issues. The game does have some issues, but that stuff has just been completely glossed over because they're so angry. So yeah. Let's see, we dealt with this the whole. That's what I'm saying. Like when people say they need the highest, like they need the better. We know. I said it multiple times already. We know already. Like you're not saying anything that's like not already known. Like we know. Look at the leaks. The leaks. They have a new Pokemon engine. It's probably gonna look better. I mean, like it's already being addressed. So yeah. Like there's nothing that's new that's being said. You know. There's nothing new that's being said. You're just saying the same thing everybody else is saying. We know. YouTube is censoring my comments with the 5 says, is ZA for 6 million on Switch and Switch 2 sales? If so, that's total garbage. So Switch 2, that's okay at best. So YouTube, I don't think you understand that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But no, it's Switch 1 and it's Switch 2, and it's definitely not utter garbage. Pokemon Legends ZA or Pokemon Legends Arceus sold around the same overall. So yeah, I don't know how anybody can say that nearly 6 million units in 4 to 6 days is garbage. No, it's not. It's actually incredibly good, especially if you compare it to other games. Most games, 99% of games, do not sell 6 million units in 4 days or so. A game like Battlefield, for example, I think that sold 7 million units in a week, but that took Xbox, PlayStation, and PC all to do that with a super massive AAA budget. But if you look at it when it comes down to it, it's split about half. Half on Switch 1, half on Switch 2. So yeah, that's definitely, I mean, like, so yeah, that's definitely not garbage at all. I'm guessing you don't look at sales too much, or I'm guessing you're just trolling. One of those two things. One of those two things. Just, oh, that's garbage, dude. Come on. Like I said, name games that sell better. Name all the games, big franchise that sell better. Go ahead, name them. Let's hear it. Donkey Kong Bonanza didn't do that. Mario Kart World did that, but that had a console bundle when it comes to like the launch of a system and all that, and it's been on sale for longer. So we did see that with Mario Kart. But name all the games that did better. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Name the games. I'm waiting for them. Let's hear it. What games did way better? Go ahead. 5.8 million in 4 days. Yeah. I mean, to sit there and say that it's garbage, nah. But go ahead. Like I said, if it did bad, go ahead and name all the games that were way better than it. I'll wait. Since it's so bad, there must be a lot of games that are better. Thank you for the 5, though. I appreciate it. I think he's trolling. Yeah, he's either. I think he's trolling. I think he's trolling. I think it's a troll. I think he's a troll. He's just trolling right now. If 6 million in 1 week is garbage, what is Sonic Crossroads 1 million in a month? Man, I don't know. Y'all taking it? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's trolling. He's trolling. He ain't being serious, guys. He ain't being serious. He's trolling. Shout outs to YouTube who sent you my comments. I appreciate you, fam. He's trolling. He's trolling. Says y'all taking this bait? I'm not taking this bait. I'm not taking it. That's why I said I'm smiling the whole time. He's trolling. Let's see here. Nick93 with the $2 dono and says, did you talk about September hardware sales? It's kind of surprised PS5 outsold Switch 2 even after the price jumps. I don't know, shocked, but sure the Switch 2 was sold way more in November because of ZA. Well, that's October. And it's I'm not gonna sit there and say that it outsold it worldwide just yet, because that's VG charts. VG charts is historically not accurate. Historically not accurate. Like, it's just not. Like, they get stuff wrong all the time. So there is no official confirmation that it did. That's just, you saw it on Twitter and you saw it from Hunter, and it was from VG charts. I saw that too. But no, I'm actually not too surprised overall, because the problem was that was for September, and the console bundle for Pokemon is in October. So if somebody wants Pokemon, they're gonna Switch 2, they're gonna wait for that console bundle. They're gonna just wait for that. They're just gonna be like, okay, I'll just get the console bundle in October when that comes out. So I'm actually not really surprised, especially in Europe where Pokemon is pretty big. And we've already seen that obviously October was huge for Pokemon. We saw the huge boost in Japan. Pokemon Legends ZA pushed the Switch 2 sales to 200,000 units. 200,000 units was the amount that the Switch 2 sold for the whole month of September. That you're seeing, oh, well, VG charts shows that, like, literally, it sold the whole month of sales for Japan with, in September for the Switch 2. They sold that in a week with Pokemon in Japan. So think about that for a second. So, yeah. Let's see here. Shout outs to, we also got another donos coming in. Let's see here. Deported Sicilian with the $2 says, got a 1 terabyte memory card for my Switch 2. Is that enough? That is plenty. Adam Carson with the 35. Thank you so much, Adam Carson. I appreciate that. Let's go. But no, not surprised at all. Because once again, some people are waiting on the what's it called? On the Pokemon bundle. And here's the reason why, another reason why I say that I'm not, like, it's not that big of a deal. Because if you look at the US MPD, again, Switch 2, #1, and double digit drops year on year, double digit drops in sales for PlayStation and Xbox. So yeah, to me, it's just like people are going to get the Pokemon bundle. You're going to see a massive spike in October because some people were just waiting for October to get the Pokemon bundle, just like we saw in Japan. Let's see here. How am I trolling? Why don't you guys realize this industry is in the toilet? The game looks like it was made for $200 because ZA looks so bad. I'm sure it costs way more than $6 million sales. That sentence makes no sense. I have no idea what you're trying to say at YouTube. But like I said, if you know what you're talking about, you know what I suggest that you should do if you're not trolling? You should go work for these game companies. Since you know sales and you go work for them. You seem to have a lot of good ideas. So yeah, man, you're smarter than me when it comes to game sales. I've been covering this for a decade plus, but you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. My man, you are the smartest when it comes down to it. So you should go work for them. You should go work for Circana, work for some of the sales data analysts. Since you know the sales, I mean, if you're not trolling, all right, man, you smarter than me. You know more than me. My bad, bro. My bad. It was terrible. It was the worst thing ever. It was made by $200, or they only made it for $200. The industry's in the toilet. Everything's bad. Sure, no problem, man. You're the smart guy here, so I appreciate you. Thanks for imparting us with your knowledge, though. For real, man. For real. Shout outs, man. I should have known. You know more than me. My bad, bro. My bad. All right. Shout outs to my man YouTube Central. Shout outs to Adam Carson. Thank you for the 35 months. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Every other dev would give their limbs for 5.8 million copies in 4 days. No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they wouldn't. It's terrible. That's a terrible amount. So there you go. Terrible amount. Let's see here. That's Felipe. Shh! Don't say the quiet part out loud. Don't say the quiet math part out loud. Like, just don't say that. I caught that instantly. I'm like, okay, that makes no sense. But you know what? No problem. That's why I think he's still trolling. But hey, man, it's all good. Like, I mean, if you sell 6 million copies on a $200 budget, I mean, I'm guessing that's actually incredibly good. But you know what? No, it's not. It's bad. So let's just agree. We're just gonna agree with him. We're just gonna agree. Just smile and wave. Yeah, just smile and wave. Can't wait for Gen 10 next year. I want to hear people complain about this, about the sales. The sales are going to be incredible for Gen 10. I can see Gen 10 selling ooh, it's gonna have a massive launch, man. I can see it probably selling upwards of, probably in the first week, maybe like 8 or 9 million. I think it's probably gonna be huge. So yeah, probably gonna be a huge launch. Because by then, the people that buy Pokemon are gonna have to buy a Switch 2. And I'm almost positive there's gonna be a real, like, Switch 2 edition of, like, the Gen 10 Pokemon. Like, it's actually gonna be like a branded Switch 2. Not like, oh, here's a digital code and well, I mean, it still might be a digital code, but not just like, oh, we're gonna split the box with the artwork, you know, like where there's nothing on the actual system. Like, it's gonna be an actual Nintendo Switch 2 branded, like, Pokemon branded Nintendo Switch 2. So I'm guessing they're gonna do that next year as well. So they might have multiple Pokemon games next year. Oh yeah, it's Gen 10, so it's gonna be, I think it, or do you mean like games outside of Gen 10? I mean, yeah, there might be like spin-offs, like smaller game spin-offs and stuff like that, but yeah, I think it's gonna really be, the big thing's gonna be Gen 10. You want the opposite, OJ? You want to sell 200 copies on a 600 million budget? Don't you know? You know what? Yeah, sure. I agree with that too. I also agree with that as well. I also agree with that. So, Gen 10 will probably be under Scarlet and Violet because Switch 2 exclusive, but better than ZA. Well, yeah, that's why I said 8 to 9 million. Scarlet and Violet was 10 million in 3 days. So I'm gonna put it a little bit underneath. But if you're into Pokemon, you're gonna want the game. The people that bought Scarlet and Violet, those are people that were really into Pokemon. Like that's like the hardcore. Most of the non-hardcore did not buy Scarlet and Violet like that because of how broken the game was. So a lot of people that weren't hard, but like there's a lot of hardcore Pokemon fans. People that are more casual bought it later down the line, and obviously kids and things like that. But that 10 million that bought the game, those were like the hardcore Pokemon fans. If they didn't care what it was, if there was a Nintendo Switch, if the Switch 2, or sorry, Switch 1 just came out that year, they would have bought it that year with it because that's the new gen Pokemon game, you know? Yeah, so yeah, with this next one, those people that don't have a Switch 2 are gonna go out there, get a Switch 2 simply for that game, you know? We also have Pokemon Minecraft spin-off. Oh yeah, Pokopia. Yeah, there's that's confirmed for next year too. Yeah, Pokopia. Yeah. I heard Switch 2 edition. I thought you meant cross-gen. Oh yeah, I gotta be more careful with that. Yeah. I don't mean that. I meant like an actual Switch 2 game, not a cross-gen game. Hey, what's up, the Great Wall? Welcome. What's the best starting Pokemon for ZA, or does it not really matter? People like Totodile. I think that's probably like the best Pokemon, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. You can get anyone that you want eventually. Yeah, Totodile's probably the best one. Deported with the $2 donut says, real story is Xbox Series only sold 150,000 units. Wow. What, for last month? I mean, are you like, what do you mean? Where did it sell 150,000? Like, you're talking about worldwide? From VG, like I said, I don't trust VG charts, so like VG charts is historically wrong. But I mean, yeah, maybe. That's true. Pokemon Champions is also coming out, yeah. So we got 3 Pokemon games for next year. We got Pokopia, Pokemon Champions, and Pokemon Gen 10. I'll take the time and get all 3 starters typically when I can trade. Yeah. By hater logic, 30 people or solo developer making a game to sell for $40 or $20 is a scam because they make a lot lesser budget. There you go. Well, obviously, but they don't have they're not like the biggest entertainment franchise in the world or one of the biggest, but yeah, I see what you're trying to say. Super KMW with the $5 donut says, being that Pokemon IP is literally the strongest IP in gaming, I just want them to do better. Power World showed me what's possible. What did Power World show you? Like, that's what I want to know. Shout out to Super. I played Power World. What exactly did it show you? That's what I want to know. Like, what did Power World show you? As somebody, maybe I can be seen as a Power World hater, but exactly what did Power World show you? I actually want to know about that. What did it show you? What did Power World show you? I appreciate you, Super, but what did it show? I played that game for like 30 hours. I don't think it showed me anything. It really didn't. So I don't know. Shout out to Super, I appreciate you, but I don't know what that game showed me. I really don't. But if it showed you something, that's cool. But I don't think Power World showed us any better. Now, if you wanted to say Digimon, or if you wanted to say Koromon, or if you wanted to say maybe some aspects of Temtem, I'd agree with you. But I don't think there's anything Power World showed me. I don't think there's anything that game showed when it comes down to it. So yeah. For alligators running rampant in ZA PvP, it's crazy out here. A rank, bro. I was that guy. I played PvP, and so I can get my Greninja Mega Stone, and I was the guy using for alligator. But yes, I saw a lot of for alligators. I saw the most for alligator, Gyarados, Garchomp. Those are like the three most that you see online. For alligator, Gyarados, Garchomp. Like, you see Gyarados almost every time. Gyarados, Garchomp, all the time. Mega Gyarados, Mega Garchomp. So, yeah. A lot of that. Let's see if Gen 10 goes back to turn-based. I'm going to be disappointed. Get ready to be disappointed, because there's definitely going to be some aspects of it being turn-based. So be disappointed. Let's see here. Pal's busy work gave me a headache. Yeah, really did. Gardevoir's online. Well, yeah, you'll see Gardevoir's as well, because you get a free Gardevoir. So, yeah, you'll also see that too. But I didn't see it as much, because Gardevoir's defense is pretty trash. So sometimes you don't see Gardevoir as much, because the defense is so bad. One strong hit from like a Mega Evolved Gyarados or a Mega Evolved Garchomp, and like, you know, Gardevoir is just cooked. Unless you EV train that defense and boost the defense and all that. But yeah, one hit and like she's done. So let's see here. Gyarados is Gyarados is pretty obnoxious. He's pretty tough to deal with. So yeah. Power World is a trash fantasy game. You don't see it anywhere. People see Pokemon even if they're not fans. Yeah, Power World's just listen, and I said this before. Power World's just not very good. It's really not. And like I said, it's more of a meme slop-ish type of thingy, like meme game, than it is an actual good game. But I don't know the updates. I mean, maybe they've updated it and it's a lot better. But when I played, it was a lot of busy work. It was a lot of grinding. It was completely unfinished, even more than Pokemon games are unfinished. There was no story. There was no dialogue. Maybe they've added it now. The PvP wasn't working or wasn't up at all. There was not that many pals. I know that they've added new pals now. The AI was brain dead. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, it goes on and on the issues. And now, once again, it is a early access game. It wasn't the full release. But, I mean, I'm just judging it on what they put out there and what I spent. I spent $30 on the Xbox version. I spent $30 on the PC version. So, from what I played, it was a mess of a game. It's fun in times, aspects, but once you hit a wall, you hit a wall in that game. It's all so yeah, that's my personal opinion when I put 30, 40 hours into it. Now, once again, it might change now. So I'm doing this based off of what I played in 2014. It wasn't a very good game. Like I said, I beat a boss that just literally did the same pattern over and over and over, and was not even as dynamic as the rogue battles in Pokemon Legends ZA. Sorry about the loud noise, guys. It literally teleported me out of the arena with no dialogue whatsoever, and just like out of nowhere, like it's completely unfinished, you know. So yeah, but they might have fixed it by now, though. They might have fixed it. Shout outs to Jersey, thank you for the subscription. Shout outs to Chad T with the $20 JOJO. Let's go. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much to Chad T. And he says, I have a feeling that if Pokemon were to really pump up their game's graphics, the complaints would then become Pokemon has changed too much and it's lost its roots and what made it fun. No winning no matter what. Well, we'll see next year. I think, like I said, we'll see next year, because they are going to have better graphics with the Gen 10. So we're going to see what people have to say there, because it is going to be significantly better than what we got on the Switch 1. So we'll find out what people have to say. Shout outs to Chad T. Thank you for the 150. You guys know what the deal is. Not only is it JoJo boys, it's also Limit Break boys. Let's go. Let's go. in terms of graphics. Yeah, the Power World's graphics aren't even that good either. Like, like Power World's graphics aren't even that good. They're not that great either. It looks like an Unreal Engine like placeholder graphics. They're not defined. The PALs don't look incredible in terms of the design on the PALs. So even using hardcore highest end PC graphics and all that, it doesn't even look that great. If you look at Digimon, for example, even on a weaker system like the Xbox Series S, that looks stylistically and graphics wise way better than Power World running on high end graphics, high end PC. So I don't even think Power World's graphics are that incredible. I mean, are they better than Pokemon? Absolutely. The hardware is better in terms of what they're making Pokemon compared to what Power World does, but the graphics weren't even that great in Power World. The environments don't even look more varied and unique and fun to go through as like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch 1. Or as even Switch 1, even like Skyrim. Like on the 360, it might to me had more better environments and more detail and different stuff that you can do and all that. So sure, resolution wise, absolutely. Sure. Unreal Engine asset flip wise, sure. Absolutely it looks better. But stylistically, combined with the graphics, I don't even think that. It looks okay, but I've seen a million other games that look better. And once again, Power World, it's an incomplete game. It's not done. It's obviously a cheaper game. It's an indie studio. So I'm not going to try to sit here and we're comparing it to AAA studios. So I get that. Like, that's a little bit unfair. But it didn't teach me anything. There's nothing that it taught me more so than anything that we haven't seen before. It didn't teach me anything. Power World, once again, didn't teach me anything. People like to compare the graphics of Power World. The game is completely unfinished. But I didn't learn anything from that. Like, we didn't need Power World to say that Pokemon needs better graphics. We didn't need Power World for that. That didn't... Power World didn't do anything to say, oh yeah, no, I've seen Power World. Now we know there's better graphics out there in the world. We didn't need that. We already had other games that had better. We already had other Monster Tamer or Monster Tamer-ish type of games. SMT5 came out in 2021. It's not a complete like Pokemon style game, but it's a Monster Tamer game. It's a variation of a Monster Tamer game just without PvP. But like you collect monsters, like you capture monsters as well. That game had great graphics. So we saw that in 2021 with SMT5. We saw that with Persona 5 Royal in 2016 in the Japanese release, and then 2017 in the US. We saw Persona 5 Royal in terms of better graphics with the Monster Tamer game. So, or like a monster collection game. So, I didn't need Power World to show me anything. Let's see here. The PALs are pretty expressive. We're not playing the same game. I don't think we're playing. I mean, is it like, did they update it for them to be super expressive? Because they're actually brain dead. We're actually they're actually the AI was brain dead in that game. They kind of like hop to one side, then like shoot whatever, hop to another side, and then like shoot the hop to one side, then shoot. Like that's their attack pattern. Is hop, and then in the base, they're dumb as hell. They fall off cliffs. They run over there. When your base gets raided, the people get stuck on things. Like I said, maybe they updated it. But I did not see all this expression and all the stuff that you're talking about. I mean, are you sure you're not talking about Digimon? Are you sure you're not talking about Digimon Time Stranger? You might be talking about Digimon Time Stranger. I think that's the game that you're talking about. I don't think you're talking about Power World. I don't think we're playing the same game. I don't think we're playing the same game. But hey, it's all good. Power World is so they're like autonomous. Like I don't know what expressive. What? Like, they literally hop to two sides then attack. Hop to one side then attack. I mean, like I said, I must be missing something. I don't know. Watch my gameplay. I mean, like I said, that's where I'm going off of. Like I streamed the game. I streamed Power World, so I'm not just trying to hate. I actually streamed. You guys know I was talking positive about Power World when I first played it, but I swear I've never fallen off as hard to fall off from a game than when I realized that I'm completely wasting my time. There was no story. There was nothing here to do in this game. Like it's just a meme-ish type of thing. I'm grinding a bunch of resources. over and over. It's just padded out, you know, it's just padded out. There's no real reason to be playing this right now. Like I said, there's no real story or dialogue or anything. It's just a thing that exists, you know? So yeah, man. Let's see here. I don't know, man. I like Power World, but the pals were not expressive from what I played. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Looks like Resident Evil 9 will be around 25 gigabytes on Switch 2, so they could possibly be all on the cartridge. Fingers crossed. I don't think it's going to be on cartridge. I think it's going to be a game key card. Even Digimon has drawbacks with the graphics. The whole second part of the game makes you replay the first 3 areas that change slightly. Well, that's more of a game structure more so than a graphical thing, right? So, let's see here. But it's, hey, what's up, Bad Set? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Let's see. I don't think this person even played Power World. So I don't see what I don't understand about Power World. They talk about, oh, we sold like 20, 30 million. Like, if you sold like, wouldn't you have a much higher all-time peak? I mean, maybe not everyone's playing at the same time, but I don't know, man. It just seemed goofy. It just seemed weird. When it comes down to it. So yeah. But it's all good though. It's all good. I appreciate, and listen, not everyone's gonna agree. I'll tell you this right now. If this conversation was on Twitter, people would be calling me every name in the book. So I'm not even gonna sit here and trip on Super. Super's being actually very kind and nice and being how he truly feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually being nice about it. You know what I'm saying? So no hate towards Super. He's being super nice and chill, and I think he's actually trying to have a legit conversation. So I don't think, that's why I'm having a little bit of fun making jokes. But man, yeah, this same conversation on Twitter would get all of us asked. We would get called every name in the book, and Super's comment would have been up-liked 10,000 likes. There would have been people flying in from out of state, parachuting in to tweet. Power World people on Twitter, they got like a radar for versus Pokemon. Whenever someone says anything positive about Power World and negative about Pokemon, it's like the bat symbol in the sky. You see the PAL symbol, copyright, trademark, stealing. So the copyright signal in the air. All of a sudden, they just coming out the woodwork. They start coming out of sewers. Ninja Turtles, they start flying down out of the skies. They start swimming in the seas like Aquaman. They start riding on top of whales. They just start, you can't say nothing about that. You say something negative about Power World, you're gonna have everybody and their homies all there ready to just call you every name in the book. You know? So so yeah, man. So yeah, Super's actually being super nice about it. And he dropped the dono too while he was doing it. So if you're gonna do it that way, you're gonna have a difference of opinion. That's the best way to do it. You drop a dono with it. Shout outs to my man Super. I appreciate you, fam. Oh man. Says I am salty about the lawsuit. Oh, but that's about as far as it goes. Okay, let me ask you a question, Super. Are you salty about the Horizon lawsuit as well? Are you salty about that one? With Sony? Doing good, OJ. Way better. Getting some rest up before they're jumping back. Yo, let's go. Riding on, yeah, it's awkward. They come out of nowhere, West Side. Old Manendorf. They come out of, bro, they'll come out the woodwork to attack you. They'll be swinging on vines like what was it? Like Pitfall. They'll be coming out of crocodile pits. They be jumping off of buildings. Flying down like Superman, they be backflipping, they be riding bicycles to get to, you know, they'll do anything. You'll have somebody, they could be on vacation, chilling with their family, and all, they get like it's like a spider sense, copyright sense, Power World sense. You see something that, my Power World sense, somebody said something about Power World on Twitter, I must rush and go. Like, man, bro, it's crazy. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that one. Gotta be careful with that one, bro. I love the lawsuit. It annoys fans a lot, and they were very smug about the game at the start. Yeah. Not at all the Horizon lawsuit. I get it, but Power World and Pokemon are different games. To me, I think that's a little bit hypocritical. Let me tell you the reason why it's a little bit hypocritical. You're looking at it from what's actually being sued, not the mechanics behind the suing. The suing of it, when it comes down to it, it's the same thing. The only thing is that Nintendo probably knew that they couldn't win on simply going based off of the looks of the game. Power World is a very different game. It is a different game than Pokemon, but there's a lot of things that it copies in terms of the style, the mechanics, the aspects, whatever the case is, to the point to where you gotta always mention it whenever you mention Pokemon. You gotta put down Pokemon to talk about it. You gotta say this. So there was enough there overall to where they did copy, obviously they did copy some mechanics. They copied Pokeballs. They copied a lot of different things. And a lot of the pals look very similar. Now, is the game different? Of course the game is different. Of course the game is different there. But they still did copy a lot of the mechanics. Now, if you look at the Horizon thing, they're talking about it, that they're saying that it looks too similar. That it looks too similar. And it plays similar. It looks, and they called it a slavish clone. Now, we haven't even played that game. So we don't even know how different that game is going to play. We don't know how different that, so you haven't played it, we haven't played it, but you're saying it's okay. You see what I'm saying here? But Sony's saying they're copying the game, they're copying the mechanics, they're copying how it looks. You know what I'm saying with that? So to me, this is the classic double standard. Okay, hold up. You said, I get it. Okay, but you said no, not at all. Oh, well, the Horizon lawsuit, I get it. But Power World and Pokemon are okay. So I must have misinterpreted what you're trying to say. You said the Horizon lawsuit, I get it. So I thought that you were agreeing with them. The Horizon lawsuit, I get it. So I thought you're agreeing with them suing Sony, or Sony suing them. You're agreeing with that. So you're not. What are you trying to say? You're trying to say that you agree with Sony suing them, or you disagree with Sony suing them? Which one are you trying to say? Because to me, it's the only difference between them from what I've seen is that obviously one of them is a copyright patent in terms of, hey, not only does your game look the same as ours at times, but you're also doing the same things that we do in our game. But Sony's lawsuit, I don't know if Sony's going to be able to win that one. Yes, okay, no, you got to tell me what you're agreeing with, though. Are you agreeing? Do you feel, just say this. Just say you agree with Sony or you disagree with Sony. Just say that. I need to know that. Do you agree with Sony or do you disagree with Sony? Which one on that one? Yes, basically it looks like an actual carbon copy and it's sloppy. Okay, so you agree with Sony suing the Temu what's it called? Temu Horizon. So you agree with that. Okay, so all right, so we disagree on that. Yeah, you agree. Okay, you agree with Sony suing. Okay, so you're the typical online Power World user. I agree with people with even though you've never played the game. You've never played it. You don't know how different the game is. You've never played it. But yet you're saying, "Oh, it's the same as everything." Power World is very similar in terms of how it looks and the mechanics of how it's played. Now, yes, there's some key aspects that are very different. But there's a lot of things that look the same. There's pals that look the same. There's Pokeballs that look the same. There's a lot of things that look the same. So you're okay with them doing that, but you're not okay with this. Like, to me, I don't know, man. That's splitting way too many hairs here. I think that if you are against copyright in terms of how a game looks or whatever, and mechanics, you should be against it across the board for the most part. You should, like, there shouldn't be, oh, well, it's okay with Sony because a game that I never played is too similar. You haven't played it. It can be very different with the gameplay. It can be very different. It can be very, very different with the gameplay. You didn't play it. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of you Power Worlders sometimes, is that y'all be sitting there saying, oh, it's okay for that because it's exactly the same gameplay. You didn't play it. They're suing them because it looks the same. Nintendo knows that they probably aren't going to win that lawsuit. You're not going to win a lawsuit saying it looks the same because there's enough stuff that looks different. But it flew too close to the sun. That's what I'm thinking. Now, once again, me personally, I don't agree with either one of them. I feel that Sony shouldn't sue them for this one, and I feel that Nintendo shouldn't sue them for this one. I'm consistent. I don't sit here and wiffle waffle and biffle boffle on these, you know. I'm consistent with what I say when it comes down to it. Like, I think that they should just probably leave it. They should, both of them should just leave it, you know. So yeah. Okay, so then what's the gameplay wise? What's the difference between what are the different mechanics and the different stuff? Because what are the differences in terms of the Power World, or not Power World, in terms of the Sony game, Temu Horizon and regular Horizon? What are the gameplay differences and mechanics that you've seen? Do you know any? Or are you just saying, because you haven't played the game. You haven't played the game yet, you're saying that it's the same. You haven't played it. Light of Moritam, whatever. I'm calling it Temu, whatever. You haven't played it yet, you're saying it's the same. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand you, Power World. You guys go based off of what you like. It's not based off of like being fair across the board or being consistent. It's like, I like this game, you know, so I'm against it. But I don't care about this other game. I haven't played it, but it's the same thing. Like, y'all already making built-in excuses to defend Power World on that. Y'all already making built-in excuses instead of being consistent. Let's see. Nah, Temu Horizon needs to get sued. Why? Why does Temu Horizon get... Why? It can play... It has a bunch of different aspects to the game. It has crafting. It has a bunch of different type of crafting and different type of survival elements that aren't in Horizon. It has a bunch of different elements that aren't in Horizon. Why should it get sued? Just like Power World has a bunch of different elements that aren't in Pokemon, it's the same thing with Temu Horizon. Why should it get sued? Why should it get sued? There's a lot of different mechanics, bro. From what I've seen, there's a lot of different mechanics in the game. Why should it get sued? For what? Oh, you didn't know that? Like, I rest my case. I rest my case with Power Worlders. I rest my case. I rest my case. You didn't know, but you think you should have. You didn't know. You didn't even know. All right, we're moving on. Thank you, Kevin, for the 3, man. I appreciate that, fam. Let's see here. Nintendo thinks they are the only company to create Pokemon games, and Pokemon clones are not allowed to exist. Okay, so Digimon exists, Koromon exists, Temtem exists. Every other Pokemon clone that I'm not thinking of exists. So I guess for some reason Power World was the odd man out. I think Nintendo probably said eeny, meeny, miny, mo. They just kind of closed their eyes and picked one. So there's other Pokemon clones, even on Nintendo Switch. Temtem is literally it has more in common with Pokemon than I think than Power World does. And Temtem's just fine. They had no problem. Yokai Watch was not a clone of Pokemon, but it was very much trying to be Pokemon. Nintendo published that, and that they were pushing Yokai Watch before that imploded. So yeah. Well, why is it Nintendo? No. Don't ask me another question. I gave you a bunch of other Pokemon clones, MGD. So why don't you answer why they're not bullying all those other ones, especially Temtem? That's literally a Pokemon clone. Like it's like dead on, just like Pokemon. So go ahead and answer that. I answered your question. So go ahead and do that. Answer why they don't do things with anybody else. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you said they don't want any other Pokemon clones to exist, but there's been a bunch of Pokemon clones. So what happened? Monster Rancher, Cassette Beast. Pokemon clones are allowed to exist all the way. I only care about Power World because Power World crossed the line. Maybe that was it. Cassette Beast is on Switch 1 if I'm not the case. I seen a video. Of course you saw a video. Of course you did. That is the new age way of thinking these days. A lot of y'all don't even do research. Y'all watch a video from somebody who's clearly on one side and then say, I like Power World, so I agree with them. Or, oh, that looks the same. Like, y'all don't do no research, bruh. Some of y'all don't do no research. You guys just watch a video and then just make your determination from that. Nintendo's picky and greedy. That's my final answer. Yeah, that's a non-answer. That's called I can't actually explain it, so I'm gonna go to it's not really ad hominem, but we're gonna kind of go that. Well, I'm just gonna call them greedy. I'm just gonna describe them, and that's the reason why they're doing it. They're doing that because of that. Screw the 30 years plus of monster Pokemon clones being around and being just fine, but it's because they're picky and greedy. Oh, that's the reason why. You have no answer. You can sit down just like all these power holders. You have no answer, like always. Let's see here. Everyone was basically calling Power World Pokemon with guns, and they leaned into that marketing. They did. I didn't do any research on the Horizon thing. I'm not even gonna lie. Super, we know. Super, we know. We know you did. We know you did that. We know. But it's all good. At least you're honest about it. At least you're completely honest. But yeah, that's why I said I rest my case, because you said, "Oh, I didn't know that it didn't have." As soon as I knew that, you didn't even know what the game was entailed. You just saw that it looked the same and said, "Okay, well, yeah, there you go." Nintendo allowed Disney to make Spectrobes on the Wii and the DS. Yeah, that was a Pokemon clone too, huh? I saw a video that said you were from Denmark and not from Nigeria. Must be true. Yeah, must be true. I'm not from Nigeria either, but I mean, like, it's all good. My parents are. Let's see. Have you seen the trailer for Temu Horizon? I have seen the trailer for Temu Horizon. We actually watched it when it came out, and we were all making fun of it because we were like, "Yo, this looks a lot like what's it called again? Light of Moratam trailer." We did watch it. Official reveal trailer, so let's just see this carbon copy of Horizon. All right, hold up. Let's get to the actual.
Grant you to live in this world which spirals against time.
Yo, this is Horizon's DLC. Does Sony own a patent on robots and big open worlds? Do they own a patent on that? It looks like Halo. Do they own a patent on cheap tribalware? Do they own a patent on flying hang gliders? Do they own a patent on flying hang gliders? Do they own a patent on headwear? Women with headwear. Is it patented? Do they own a patent on force fields? Do they own skulls and corners? Do they own little robot assistants? Do they own caves?
We are with you always.
Do they own We Are With You Always?
The world shall live.
Yeah, but I'm an old head trainer. Poke red for GB. Yo, appreciate you, Super. Let's see the gameplay, though. I don't know, man. This looks different. This doesn't look exactly the same as Horizon to me. It's different enough. Look, do they own drums? Do they own horns? Do they own robot enemies? Do they own seas? Do they own robots flying in and out of the water? Do they own electricity? Do they own rotating balls? I don't know. There's nothing like that in Horizon. Do they own robot dinosaur or robot horses? Do they own water? Or never mind, a dragonfly? Do they own ladders? Do they own snow? Do they own muskrats? Do they own caves? Do they own scanning caves? Do they own villages? Do they own those things? Do they own sandstorms? Do they own high-tech equipment? Do they own multiplayer? Do they own sand? Do they own dodge rolling? Do they own swinging? The combat's completely different from Horizon. This is Souls for sure. This is like 100% a Souls game. You can tell by the stupid movement where they start like going like. When they start doing that, it's a Souls game. You can already tell when they start doing like this movement. It's Souls. You can already just tell just by looking at it. So the gameplay is completely different. Completely different game. Horizon's not a Souls game. Completely different game. I don't know why Sony's suing them for what. They don't look anything like it. The gameplay is completely different. The gameplay is completely. Why are they suing? Why are they suing them? This is stupid. Nah, I don't see. It's completely different, man. No. Horizon. Listen, I played Horizon. I put like 20 something hours into Horizon, the first game, and it doesn't play any. This is a Souls game. This is clearly a Souls game. This is clearly a Souls game. Horizon, these are regular enemies in the game. Horizon, it does not take you this long to beat a regular enemy. Maybe a boss, yeah, but just regular enemies, no. This is the Souls game. Do they own swords going into the top of the heads of robot dinosaurs? I don't see why they should have sued them, man. This is Souls. Look at it. Look at it. I don't see the same type of hate. Honestly, though, I know I've been joking around a lot, but let's keep it real. Like I said, I wish that Nintendo did not sue Power World, because I felt that there was enough stuff that was different. I know why they sued them, but I felt that they shouldn't sue them. I feel the same way here. The gameplay is different enough. A lot of people online don't feel it. I'm telling you, it's because Sony puts their games on PC. It's because Sony puts their games on PC. That's why people, I'm telling you, bro, if Pokemon was on PC, people would not be talking crazy. It's because people are letting their emotions get the best of them. And their anger towards Nintendo. I'm telling you, that's what it is, man. Me, I'm even killed. I don't be treating these. I don't have a parasocial relationship with companies. I don't be acting like it's the picket line. Like I'm Martin Luther gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like people be activists with this. I don't be doing that. Like if I like something, I like. If I don't, I don't. I don't treat it nothing like crazy like these people. But I'm telling you, it's emotional with these people. It is emotional. This game is so different gameplay wise, just like Power World can be. There are certain aspects of the game that are similar to Horizon in terms of visual aspects, but honestly, like, no cap, does anybody that's played Horizon actually think that's the same thing? Does anybody actually think that? I played Horizon. Does anybody actually think that gameplay was similar to Horizon? It's clearly not. It's clearly Souls. It's literally Elden Ring. It's Elden Ring mixed with Horizon. You know, that's really what it is. It's Elden Ring and Horizon mixed together. That's what it is. But the internet is behind. It's okay. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's because it's one company versus another. That's really what it comes down to, bro. That's what that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. That's the honest truth of the matter. Because that gameplay was different enough, in my opinion. So anyway, thank you for the $2. It says they stole from Horizon and made us Souls slop. Stole from Horizon. What'd they steal? The look? Nobody's allowed to have redheaded women. Nobody's allowed to have robot dinosaurs. Are they? Did they patent robot dinosaurs? Because like there's pals that look very much like Pokemon, like that look like dead on like them, or like the same, like with very few changes. The robot dinosaurs do not look exactly like Horizon's robot dinosaurs. They have changes too. What is the difference between that? So if you're not okay with the Power lawsuit, you should be not okay with this lawsuit. Like you should be not okay with both of them. Like me, I don't care. I just wish they like I said, I'm even kill. I'm being like realistic in terms of like I'm being consistent. You know, I think that both of them shouldn't have sued. But you know, that's not what the internet thinks. Not what people on the internet thinks. So yeah. It's not what the internet thinks. So yeah. All right, let me get this next music though. But we'll see what happens with that lawsuit. We'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on with that. You know, we'll see what goes through. I think they sued because copy pasta of their mons, but couldn't sue them for it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think they thought that it was too similar, plus the Pokeballs. I think, to me, here's my own personal opinion. It's the Pokeballs with Pokemon and with the pals looking similar. I think that's really what got them to do it. It's like, wait a minute, you have the same mechanics for catching. You have the same mechanics in terms of how they go out. You have the same on your hip, like the Pokeballs on your hip. Like, you have the same thing as like what we do, you know? And like the art style is obviously similar in terms of like the simplistic kind of basic looking pals, right? Like, it doesn't look like Digimon or it doesn't look like other games. So I think that's the reason. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but I think that's the reason why. So they're not gonna get them on look, because like there's enough changes, there's enough differences in the pals to Pokemon where you're not gonna win a lawsuit on that. You're not. So if you're pissed off and you don't like you feel like they ripped you off, you're not gonna win that lawsuit. But what you can do is, like I said, you can patent, and then you can say, okay, well, not only do you look like us, but then you also have mechanics that are like us as well. Like, you can't be doing both. You look and you also have the same mechanics. Nah, we good on that one. You know. So like I said, I don't agree though. I don't agree with it. Let's see here. If it's Soul Slop, then they don't deserve anything. I don't care about any of these lawsuits personally. I just want good games. Like, you contradict. We don't know if it's Soul. We don't know if it's Slop just yet. It might be a good game. Nobody's played it. It's not out yet. So nobody's played it. So it's not out. So we don't know if it's good or not. You know. We don't know if it's good or not. All right. Let's check out the new Hyrule Warriors trailer. There's a new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna have to bounce for right now. So let's check out this trailer, and then we will get kind of like some final questions and stuff, and then we will adjourn till later.
A power that great tests the very depths of its bearer's soul. Just like the secret stones. It seems you can be used for good or evil.
At last, my triumph is nigh. Let Hyrule suffer beneath your boundless might, and make known the Demon King Sarge's supremacy.
In times to come, my husband will be faced with countless difficult decisions.
The fight is yours. Would you have it?
I must improve to protect those I care about most. We all stand beside you, however possible.
It's not impossible. Raring to go.
We'll find strength in our allies and save these lands.
To serve Rauru, the King of Light.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be really good. November 6th. So, I mean, the thing about it is, like, we just got Pokemon Legends ZA, but this game is essentially coming out next week because we're already Friday. So let's just say it's already Monday because the week's pretty much done. The game's coming out next week, essentially, because it's on November 6th. So we're pretty much done with October. So yeah, it's looking really good, man. I cannot wait to play the game. I'm looking forward to it. The thing about it is that I'm stupid and I'm dumb, and I know I'm dumb, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now. I'm stupid. Like, I loved Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It was like my favorite game in 2020, even though there was better games for sure. But I really just loved the vibe. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the story. I loved everything about it outside of the game being trash when it comes to the frame rate. Like, when it worked, though, it was fun. It was a great game. It was a cool action RPG to play. I loved Urbosa in that game. I loved Princess Zelda. It was just super fun. But yeah, the frame rate was really bad. It was like garbage. You think Pokemon's bad with Scarlet and Violet. Man, Age of Calamity was the worst. I mean, yeah, it was the worst, bro. It was worse than Scarlet. At times, it was worse, man. Depending on what level you're talking. If there's rain, you're looking at 20 frames the whole time. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to seeing who we can use and stuff like that. But yeah, this time 60 frames per second, at least target 60 frames. Good resolution, looking like it's going to be 1080p plus, maybe even 1440p. So it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Like that trailer showed us, like, it looks smooth. Looks very smooth. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it quite a bit. All right. So shout outs to everybody that's here. Appreciate you guys. If you have some final questions, I'll answer questions for a bit more, and then I got to skedaddle to some other stuff that I got to do. Let's see. Are you going straight from ZA to Hyrule Warriors? Yeah, I'll probably do that. I don't know when I'm going to finish ZA, though. Like, I might finish ZA this week or next week. So then I'll probably go straight to it, right after that. So yeah, I mean, I have Trails in the Sky that I need to finish. I'm only 26 hours into that game. So I still need to finish that game. But yeah, there's a lot to do. See, Power World can change the mechanics all they want. Nintendo can just wants to prolong the lawsuit all they want. Power can change the mechanics all they want, but Nintendo just wants to prolong. I haven't been looking into the lawsuit in terms of who's winning or losing or anything like that. I don't care. Like I said, I wish that Nintendo and Sony both didn't sue them. Just let them be. So that's my stance, at least. But yeah, whatever happens, like I said, whatever happens. Let's see here. Did you see the Metroid Prime 4 gameplay? I did. It was just those leaked commercials. I did see them. Looks pretty cool. But I already knew that. They've already shown the game. Looks great. Can't wait to play it. December 4th. I'm just mad that it's literally a few days after Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, I probably can't play Dragon Quest 1 and 2 right away, man. There's too many games. Because I said that this week's already pretty much done. So let's just say that we're already into next week. So if we just say that it's so close to Monday, it'll be the following week. Let's see. I want to get this game next week, but it'll be bad timing for me. My girlfriend's birthday and the dad's birthday back to back. Bro, Triple X, just get them small gifts. Just get them some smaller stuff, bro. And you don't need a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need one. Do you envision yourself marrying this lady? If you don't see yourself marrying this lady, just go ahead and dump her now. Before the birthday, so you don't have to get her anything. I'm joking. Don't do that. I'm joking. Kinda. Let's see here. Party Man says, how's your day? My day was good, Party Man. How's your day, man? Welcome to the stream, brother. I love Age of Calamity and the characters, especially the champion, but the 4 ancient sages, not so much. Well, we're going to learn more about the sages here, so we'll see. We will see about them. Hades 2 physical also comes out in November, which is hype. Yeah, I already have Hades 2, but yeah, the physical. The physical's there. Let's see here. How's the multiplayer in ZA? It's alright. It's alright. Like, it can be fun. If you really train and get ready for it and predict what, the best Pokemon people are using, it can definitely be fun. I spent about an hour or so playing it yesterday so I can get my Greninja Mega Stone. And I thought it was okay. It's not, like I said, it's not the most in-depth thing. It's pretty simple. But it's fun. It's like a fun little side thing. And like I said, you could probably get into it a lot. Like, if you actually, EV train your Pokemon and think carefully, it can actually be pretty fun. Let's see here. Shoutouts to Elements 11 RMK with the 38 months. Let's go. Thank you, Super, for another $2 dono. 161 on the board. Yo, combo breaks. Let's see here. You legally have to defend your trademarks and copyrights, or else someone can steal them. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say that, Scarlet Vixen. Like, I see what you're saying, and I have heard that. I've watched, lawyers say that. But I've also seen people, other lawyers and people say that, oh, well, Nintendo was in the wrong for even, it should have never been granted some of the copyrights and stuff that they got. So, like I said, I'm not a legal person at all. Like, I hate lawyers. I've had to deal with that, and I hate them. And thank God I'm done with that for right now, at least. So, but, yeah, I see what you're saying. You are right about that, Scarlet Vixen. Outside of just, the lawsuit, I don't know the other stuff. But what you're saying is true. You do have to actually, if you have the patents and you have, the stuff, you better defend it. But I think people are angry that they even have them in the first place. I think that's it. But gaming companies have a variety of patents on gameplay mechanics and various different things. I mean, whether you decide to go to court or not is up to you. For example, Mario 64. That game uses a camera patent from Sega. Sega had a 3D camera patent that was literally exactly like Mario 64. But Sega just left it alone. They didn't do anything about it. So they were hoping that, you know, Nintendo was hoping that they wouldn't sue them, and they didn't sue them. So they're like, okay, cool, you know. But yeah, like you know, there's camera patents, like how to move a camera in a 3D space. Yeah, there's even patents for that. So yeah. You should try one-on-one with 6v. You should try one-on-one with 6v6 teams online. 1v1 with 6v6. Can you do that on Pokemon Legends ZA? I didn't even know you can do that. Like with ranked. I just picked ranked and it didn't give me any options to do that. Or can you do that with? You mean like private battle? OJ, considering Hyrule Warriors is a Koei Tecmo game, do you see it getting discounted in things like Black Friday sales? If not this year, next year. It's probably going to be very similar to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Yoshi. So however Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity got discounted, it's going to be the same thing. Because it's a Nintendo published game, it's a Nintendo IP. So it's really going to depend on that. So I don't know the sales, you know, way of how it works like over there in Australia, at least. Let's see here. You can do it in private. Okay, yeah. I haven't played private battles yet. But yeah, I bet private battles 1v1 with 6. I think that's probably going to be more fun than playing a battle royale for sure. Yeah, I think that's. But ranked is battle royale though.
There's seriously just too many games. I have yet to buy FF Tactics, but there's Dragon Quest 1 and 2. There's also Kirby Air Riders, to which the direct was so good. But what about Metroid Prime 4? There's just too many games and I haven't finished one of them.
Shout out to Christian. Yeah, I agree, man. There's just a lot of different games out there. So yeah, there's a ton of games, man. A ton of games. Might have to get my brother a copy of ZA so I can trade Evolve. Yeah, I might have to do that too with my brother because he's been complaining. Even though he has the money to get it, he's like, oh, I should have just got the Pokemon bundle instead of the Mario bundle. I should have just waited. I'm just like, oh, okay. I might just want to get him that just so he can play it and so we can trade and stuff and we can play. So I might do that. I might do that for him. Let's see here. Wait a minute. There are patents on freaking 3D cameras. That's crazy. There are. Yeah. Watch a Did You Know Gaming with Mario 64. Just look up Did You Know Gaming Mario 64 camera patent or just Google search it and you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah. Let's see here. Halo officially announced for the PS5 end of an era. I mean, it was already an end of an era when they had Gears on PS5. So, I mean, Gears was, you know, that's so to me, it's not anything different than we already knew like what was coming. Because also Forza was on PS5 as well. So it's not really that this wasn't the end of the era. It already happened a long time ago. It happened a while ago. So yeah. Let's see, I really hope they bring out 1v1 random ranked battles later. I'll play those unique tournaments and stuff. We're allowed to use water Pokemon. Okay, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to set up like unique tournaments and stuff like that. Hopefully they expand that. But hopefully they expand the multiplayer aspects and options in Pokemon Legends ZA. We'll see what the that DLC that Mega Dimensions DLC got leaked, and it seems like it's gonna be pretty crazy. I guess I'll go over that in a separate video though, or I'll talk about it later. But apparently that it's going to have like 150 new Pokemon or 150 returning Pokemon. It's going to have 19 new Mega Evolutions plus returning Mega Evolutions. It's going to have new Mega Rogue Battles. It's going to have 2 brand new moves and it's going to have over 86 side missions. According to a leak of the Mega Dimension. What do you guys think? I mean, that seems to be pretty freaking good. 86 new side quests, 150 Pokemon, 19 new Megas, new Mega Rogue Battles, 2 brand new moves. I mean, if that's the case, that's gonna be worth it for me at least. Legends, Arceus starting out tips. No tips, man. Just have fun. Capture the Pokemon and have fun. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to today's stream. I do appreciate that, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out. What's up, the cool guy? I would love to stay longer, but I cannot. Check out my most recent video. If you have not seen my most recent video, check it out. I talk about all sorts of cool stuff, discuss Pokemon Legends ZA, talk about big AAA Nintendo game or Switch 2 RPGs and more. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's right there. I want to say big love to my man Clabby. He got us that platinum break, that platinum streak to 53. Thank you so much, Clabby. My man was definitely on a one-man wrecking crew, but you guys also helped out too. A lot of you guys helped out, so thank you guys so much for the donos. I do appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for being awesome. Seriously, you guys have been great this stream. You guys let me do what I need to do to get everything done. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. We got a Pokemon Legends ZA stream, so we're going to be playing that. I'm about halfway through the game, so we're going to be playing that, capturing Pokemon, doing different research stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. Thank you guys for being lit. And we will see you guys for the next one. All right, guys. Peace out, homie.